y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. I hope y'all are having a great morning. I'm going to jump on real quick and try to get everything covered. I'm running a little late, so the girls will probably show up before I'm done, but we will just soldier on and they will probably steal the show because that's what they do best. Thank you all for your comments and questions and concerns about CJ and Shadow. CJ ended up just being flu. He was positive for flu and negative for COVID-19. Thank you, Jesus. So that was a huge blessing. Shadow Ray has not had her scan or biopsy yet, so they are trying to get it pre-certified. Their insurance, ever since she had the baby, for some reason keeps dropping her off. And so then when they call to pre-certify something, she's not on there. They have to go through the rigmarole. And her husband, Brandon, also wrecked on his dirt bike, so he's kind of hurt up a little bit. He's gonna be fine, but you know how it is when you're young and everything. I told Daddy one time, I was just naming off all the things that were going nuts in my life, and he said, "Baby, those are just the fires of life." And I said, "Daddy, I'm in a towering inferno, okay? A towering inferno." Because when you're young, it just seems like everything. I think it's because you have so much going on, but thank you all for asking about them. That's super, super sweet. And I have been so excited at all your comments this week, and I was behind on answering between the internet and a bunch of stuff going on. I was just behind. So I did get to all of them, and thank you all, and I do enjoy them so much. Julie had asked about some different fabric types. I'll try to gather some up. I did a little bit, maybe in my beginner stitching tutorial on Ada. I'm not sure. It may be in there. I'll try to find which one it was in, but I also know Steph, Pam and Steph, she did one where she covered lots of fabrics recently, and I'm sure hers is much more thorough and much more knowledgeable than mine. So you might look for hers also. You could probably get a lot more information on it because, well, she knows a lot more than I do. So you might check on that, and I will try to gather up some more and get something going. If you're wanting just to start stitching on something, I would start on a 28 count. I think we covered that last time I asked last week, but I would just do like a 28 count and start there. I wouldn't go any smaller than that if you're trying to try something different than Ada for the first time. I think that'd probably be the easiest. Sandra and Linda said, when I went crazy at the plant place, I should have blamed it on my crazy sister, which is hilarious because I always say it's my evil twin, Lanice. It's my evil twin, Lanice, because I do act out sometimes, and my sister's way too nice for me to blame it on her, and I only have the one. Back when we were younger, we did look a lot more alike. People would get on the elevator and start talking to one of us and realize it was the other one, but because we just glance at us. But now that we're older, she still has long dark hair and is super thin, so we don't get mistaken for each other anymore. She teaches yoga and has been super active during this whole time. She put all her classes online, so I do have a sister. She is not evil, but I do have an evil twin, Lanice, so I blame my bad behaviors on. Tracy said I should send out an apology card, and I probably would, except for I'm afraid if he got my address, he might come put witch in my front yard with weed be gone. So I don't know if I'll do that or not. And one of you guys, and I'm not going to say your name because I don't want you to go looking for it, but said she was kind of disappointed that I didn't apologize. I told him thank you several times, and I left on good terms with him. I shop with him all the time. I didn't feel like I owed him a super formal apology. He told me he was open. I drove 2 hours to get there. So, sorry, guy. I told him thank you for letting me shop there. I spent a huge amount of money there, but he did tell me he was going to be open and that I could drive 2 hours to get there. So while I did say thank you for letting me shop many times, I feel like that he had to own part of that interaction. So I have worked retail, I have worked food service, I've worked all these things, and so I do realize that it's not easy. I mean, I've had people scream at me, I've had people call me everything but a decent human being at the doctor's office, at retail, at restaurants. So I have been pushed, and I mean, all kinds of things. So me saying, no, you're open, I didn't feel like merited a trip to the confessional. So I left on good terms with him. I will continue to shop there. I have for years. And so, but I felt like we were fine when I left. So I'm sorry if you got the impression that I was mean to him or something, because I don't feel like that was mean. When I be mean, I'll be mean, but I usually only be mean to James Williams, but because he deserves it easily, you know. But I did leave on good terms with him, so for all that's worth. Maria, Cross Stitch Plus, you can go, it's an app, you can keep track of your things. She had mentioned you can go, it's called X Stitch Plus, and you can put your things in there, your flosses and patterns, all these kind of things, and it'll keep track of what you've got at home. So you can keep from buying too many different things. We talked about US flag companies. Y'all sent in 2 Dixie flags in San Antonio, and then Wendy sent that in, and then Ruffin flags in Washington, Georgia, and I can't read my writing to see which one y'all sent that in, but thank you very much. There is a sale for Moonlight Visitor, so whoever wins Moonlight Visitor, there is a sale for it through Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, or if you have it and you want to stitch it, they're doing a stitch along. Nancy sent that in with Pumpkin Hollow Quilts is doing Moonlight Visitor. So Nan had asked where to buy walnut shells. I buy mine online. I don't know if my LNS carries them or not. I just saw them on, I guess one of Vanna's videos probably. And of course I don't go anywhere much, but I found them online. So you can order them offline off, you know, if any shops carry them, holler, and I'll tell everybody. I ordered mine off Amazon because I didn't know. It's like, or you can get them at Petco, Pet Shop, that kind of thing. It's just ground up walnut shells and you put them in lizard pens and stuff. So Anne and several other people are looking for the May Health and Peace sampler. I don't have it yet. I guess I have a visit. Oh, if they're coming in through the garage, it's the girls. I thought, oh my gosh, you're fine. Y'all come on, you want to go on through?
Hey, she wants to change clothes.
Oh, hey, let me see you first, Fancy.
Should I have it because this is Twitch?
Well, here, come here. Hey, you want to say hi to everybody? No. Sorry. Sorry, y'all ain't had it for her this morning. Her dress is too itchy, and that's more important. Where's Kimmy James?
On the floor right there.
Oh, okay. I thought we lost one. Lord. I have sent Gloria Moore a message to see if she has any more of my lady's needle. My LNS does not have any, so if any of you shops have it out there, yeah, say hi to everybody. Oh, she got her Sunny D here.
Yes.
Say good morning.
This is Cat.
Oh, that is Cat. Very nice work. Look at there. You want to slide down? I don't want to drop you in your Sunny D. Woo woo. She's late this morning. So if any of y'all have that in your shop, if you'll holler, several people have asked for it and been looking for it. I don't think, I sent it on Messenger. I don't know that Gloria uses Messenger, so maybe she'll see this and holler back because I have several people looking for it. May Health and Peace. So Kathy was laughing. She said her sisters say, don't make me put on my angry eyes like out of the Mr. Potato Head on Toy Story, which I thought was hilarious. I hadn't thought about that in a long time. Keely was a huge Toy Story fan. He loved Toy Story. And so we watched them always. He had Buzz and Woody, and of course Woody was his favorite. But that's why I say I can't get any Botox on my big wrinkly forehead. I should get some Botox in my pause button there. But if they Botox it, then people might not know they needed to pause when my pause button hits. When that pause button hits, that's a warning. So if I Botox that thing out, then the whole world might never know that they're about to step in it. So, well, we'll see. But yeah, put on your angry eyes. But we say, we usually say you're acting a bird or showing your butt is usually what we say. But Carol is having problems losing her place. And any tips on, hey sweetie, did you just run through here, Nikki? No, yike. Lord. Any tips on not losing your place on patterns that have a lot of confetti stitches or anything? I have photocopied mine and then highlighted my sections that are hard to keep up with. So I've done that a lot. And counting pins, I've never used them, but I know I've seen them. You put them in like every 10 or 20 spaces or whatever. So if any of y'all have any other suggestions for keeping your place, holler. Y'all are always so great about helping each other out. Donna was looking, and several of y'all asked who finishes drums. And I got her back from Facebook. Look at there, very good. You're good writing this morning. And you do your own hair?
Yeah.
It looks great.
Hey, Mom.
Looking for people who finish drums. And I got a hold of Faye Rigsby, and she is Faye Rigsby on Instagram and Facebook, FAYERIGGSBEE. She also is blog as Caroline Stitcher. Her finishes are exquisite. So, and if any of the rest of y'all finish, holler, because that drum was daunting. She says, of course, she can do them in her sleep now because she's done so many, but they are so gorgeous. You can see them. If for no other reason, you can go on her Instagram and just drool. I mean, and just have like a virtual, beautiful needlework trip because it's incredible. Beautiful, beautiful finishes that she does, and stitching also, beautiful stitching. So jump on there, and if you're feeling like you need something pretty to look at, because there's plenty there. Lisa 1968 was laughing at the little girls playing old lady, and she said that she was talking about it made a lot of Hoosiers happy, which made me think about that movie Hoosiers, which I hadn't watched in a long time. This is how my frog of thought works, because I have a frog of thought, which then made me think of basketball, which then made me think of my daddy and his friend Mansell, and they went to, of course, when they were years ago in high school, went before I guess they ever did anything about how many people can come in a building, but they were super crowded, and they got there. Micah, she probably needs to put some clothes on before she goes in front of them.
I was trying to get her not to go in front of
Oh, but she ran through this way, but she probably needs to put a shirt on. I don't know. It ain't bothering me, but it might bother you too. But where was I at? Lord have mercy. They went to a basketball game, and it was like super crowded, and there were so many people in there, and they couldn't get out. They got in there and they were so crowded they couldn't get out, and they couldn't get through the people to move apart to let them out. And so Mansell just decided he had an idea. So he fell down and pretended like he was having a seizure, so they came in and got him on the stretcher and pulled him outside. And then when he got outside, he jumped up and said, "Okay, thanks," and they left. So I don't know why that's where my brain went with that whole story, but they were stuck inside and couldn't find a way to get out, and that was his way of getting out. So that's where my brain went with that, Lisa. Thank you for making me remember that story. Catherine said when they were little, they played drunk and played go to the casino, which I thought was so funny. And I remember one time being little and good old girl watching stories. Both my grandmas watched stories, as we called it, but they had those on. And one of the girls I thought was so pretty, when I was at Good Old Girls and I was a little bitty kid, and I said, "Oh, I want to be her when I grow up." And I remember Good Old Girl being mortified and saying to me, "You can't be her, she's a prostitute," and not knowing what that meant, but it's sticking in my brain until I got bigger and realized that's why she didn't want me to be no prostitute. She thought that was hilarious, but I'm glad y'all like their little old lady game because it's so funny. Mela asked if I'll stitch other stockings. I intended to grab some this morning, but I forgot. Yes, I will. I have stitched Halloween ones, and I will stitch some other ones. But I didn't. I intended to grab some to show, but I didn't, so sorry. But yes, I stitched other Halloween ones already, and I stitched an April one on 22 count, just heart hanger fabric over one, and I sent it as a gift, so I don't have it to show. But Mama Bird 4 says her mama would embarrass them, and when she got mad and stuff, and I figure my kids probably spent half their life trying to die and couldn't because I was mad about something sometimes, but yes, it does happen. Marcia, what does my writing say? Oh, that's Mama Bird, sorry. Talking about her mama embarrassing. Faye will do finishing, and before I forget, the last thing I put it down here, so highlight, got big marks by it. Becca, who is Stanbury Stitches, she interviewed me this week. She's interviewing other Flosstube. She is so cute. She has a great, I've told you before, she has a good Flosstube. It's just a great little show. She's always showing cool things. she was sweet enough to say that some people wanted to hear some other things. So she interviewed me, and it was so fun and so sweet. But I think she's uploading it today. So y'all should check her out, not because of me, but because of her stitching and stuff. So, and she has always outside. There's a beautiful background. She's in the Pacific Northwest, so it's gorgeous. She also told me something I did not know. www.fabricviewer.com has they have a pattern, and you can see what it looks like on what fabric you're thinking about. So I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I was really shocked. So that is really neat. So you can put in the pattern if it's in there. I assume a lot of Marcy said a lot, especially mirrors and stuff. People are looking to see what they look like on what fabric. So I thought that was the neatest thing. So fabricviewer.com. All right, now we are jumping into the big stuff haul this week. This week I got haul from Shelly at Just Stitching Ink. I love her, and she always has the cutest things. And she's had Mania sales. So go to her Facebook and her Instagram. She's had sales all week. There may be some of them left all month. I mean, she did them for Mania. And so I got Liberty Lane by Country Cottage Needleworks. It is fabulous. And I got the threads, except there's, I think, one missing, but that is Priscilla's conversion. I don't do these light colors like in this. I do brighter colors, and I loved Priscilla's darker colors, so you can get her conversion off her blog. And it is, if you like darker colors, it's beautiful stitch, and her colors are gorgeous. I got Bunny Hop because she was having a Country Cottage Needleworks sale. So this is Bunny Hop by Country Cottage Needleworks. And then I got Silent Night by Country Cottage Needleworks. And it is so pretty. I can't wait to stitch this for Christmas. I love that song too. So then I was going to show a little bit of Patriotic Stash. I don't know if y'all seen these. This one I know is still available a lot of places. Sweet Land of Liberty by Blackbirds. Look at that right there. Isn't that gorgeous? These are all just so pretty. So I need to get some of these going. And then these are the other two for my finish this week. Home of the Brave, I was telling y'all about, they come with a thread pack. So this is Little House Needleworks, and you buy it and it comes with a thread in here. So you get the chart and the thread, and I think it's like $13 or something. It's like really super reasonable. And this is Land of the Free. And it comes with these beautiful threads. This one, I think the blue I don't have maybe. And knowing that one over there is Old Blue Jeans. I don't know what this blue is in here, but they got blues and reds and gorgeous colors to do your patriotic stitches. So then I finished this week, since I'm on that thread, we're gonna go to this one. It's a little bit out of order. I don't usually do this, but my finish this week was the other one in that trio, Long May She Way by Little House Needleworks. And here it is here, stitched up, and you may not can see, I goofed, and I got off a couple of stitches. So I did my 2020 up here, and I had a gap here. So I just made my tree roots a little longer, and then I put my initials, DLW, on here to make it, to cover in the holes, because I'm not going to go back and rip all that out. I'm not that person. I do this for enjoyment. If I have to rip out, I don't enjoy that, so I don't usually rip out. Ever, if I can keep from it. This is the May Health and Peace. So we're going to go into whips now real quick. May Health and Peace, Attend Your Days. It is beautiful. It's by Milady's Needle. Here, you guys can see it. A couple of y'all are asking who did it. May Health and Peace, Attend Your Days. It is the prettiest thing. And here are the threads. And I told y'all I had to wash these out, and they came out just fine. So those are the threads that go with May Health and Peace. And it's a biggie. This week I got started on this one here. So I got this done this week. I got to come over and go down, and then I'll start, the words go here, and there's the little strips on these sides. So like that. So this thing is so pretty. Love it, love it, love it. I didn't get iron gear. I'm sorry. Yours always looks so beautiful and ironed up. So I worked on, everybody got a little bit of love this week. Their song, I'm gonna stand up and cut off the top of my head, I guess, but their song by Blackbird is here. And then here are my threads for it. So pretty. And it is done on, I think 28 count apple brown bendy maybe. But I got these words. I got started on cherries, then of cherries. And so that's what I got done this week. And I'll finish on carrying that on. So I didn't get a ton done on it this week, but I sure do love it. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Y'all know I love me a blackbird, and I love birds. I watch my birds all the time. So that design is just perfect for me. I got all the leaves finished on, here, let's see. I'll show you this part first. 'Tis the Season. And it's so hard for me to show this one because it's the way it's in the book. But 'Tis the Season by Blackbird Designs. It is in another one too. I have it in Home for the Holidays, which is, y'all know how I feel about Blackbird books. Best buy on the market. When one comes out, you better get it. He is in Turkish Red, and I got the conversion from Patricia Geary. She got it from somebody, and I will contact her this week and try to find out who, because I couldn't find where I wrote it down, who came up, who changed this. Because when I looked at the colors that it is in the book, my red looked real pink, and I needed my bird to be real red. So I did get all my leaves finished this week. So I got about 8 leaves done, I think, this week to move that on down. And then, oh, here's the threads for it. They're all in a big tangly mess because I just dug them out of the bag. But they are just so pretty. I love them, I love them. Now we can sit back down because we're going shorter again. My newest whip is just a small shepherd's bush flag. It's just so pretty, and I had to do it because of that Uncle Sam. That Uncle Sam is so cute with his fabulous mustache, and I'm a sucker for a fabulous mustache. My daddy's had a mustache my whole life. My husband's always had a mustache, so I'm a sucker for a mustache. Go Sam Elliott. And there he is. My light is weird today. It's kind of low or something. I don't know what I'm doing here. There you go, maybe. Yeah. But he is so cute. And I started in the middle because I'm using a scrap. I tell you, I keep my scraps and use my scraps, and that's a fact. So there he is. And then this is the threads I pulled. They're not what's called for, but there they are. And I am loving that stitch so much. Okay. I didn't have any FFOs. Scooching my stool up, sorry y'all. I didn't have any FFOs. So the girls are here, and I'm gonna run on through the shares then. Oh my gosh, and this week I forgot to say the share will be, that guy. Long May She Wave. Good grief. So that will be the share this week. But we did have the giveaways for 3,000. I appreciate y'all so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, I did write it down. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't find where I wrote them down. I thought I lost my mind. The Moonlight Visitor. And y'all just message me on Instagram or send me an email, NisiLynn@Yahoo. Just find me, however, and just be sure I answer you back so I know you got it. Moonlight Visitor goes to Pendra Neshtel. And it is so gorgeous. So y'all let me know when y'all finish these so I can see them. Evergreen Lane here, another blackbird. I had ended up with 2 of these, each of these somehow. So this one is just a wedding sampler or just a beautiful piece, whichever you could just cut off right there if you wanted to not do it as a wedding sampler, just as a beautiful house stitch, because it is. Evergreen Lane goes to Mama Bird 4. And I just used the random comment picker on these, and that thing is the neatest thing ever. Ocean ABCs. This kit, it is beautiful, but I will never get around to it. I think I was gonna do them separately, just knock out a couple of little pieces, but it is beautiful. Ocean ABCs goes to Naughty Bear's Boatyard. So holler at me. And then the very last one, my favorite one, and this one I'm gonna just miss because it's so, I don't know why, because it's so beautiful. I have it, but it is beautiful. It is the Primitive Needle Halloween Revelry. It was never released separately that I know of. It was just in this magazine. And one of y'all asked, and it was in just cross stitch, September, October 2009. And they do come up occasionally on Etsy or eBay, but they're pretty expensive. So it is so beautiful, and it goes to Miss Flossie. So those are all, was super quick today, super quick. That gives y'all extra time to go watch Becca. Then our share will be Long May She Wave. The girls have been so good with all this, so I'm gonna hurry up. Long May She Wave, and just use the word wave. If you use the word wave, if you want Long May She Wave for the share next week, if you're interested in stitching it, just use the word wave in your comment, and then I will see y'all all next week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your stitches. Bye.